Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Building the Ultimate Matchbox Car Collection. My name's Tyrone, and today I want to show you some Porsches and talk about what I've come to call the mythological creature of collecting. In my case it was the brown Porsche. For years it was the brown Porsche. Didn't quite believe it existed. I was told it existed but didn't believe it. And this year, 2020, this guy here in moving parts, same model, different casting, but same model, for me became the mythological creature until last week. I'll explain why. And we'll go through some other models, some other eras, and as always, some other brands. Some Tomica, some Hot Wheels, some Majorette. Do a little unboxing. A little ripping of cardboard, get that satisfaction we need. But first of all, where it all started with these three guys. Silver one came first, then the green one, and the brown one we missed. It wasn't available in New Zealand, or I dare say Australia. That's the 1980 catalogue there for the silver one. Incidentally, that's probably where I got the idea that any Rolls Royce driving along in the game I was playing on any given day had to be accompanied by a blue Mercedes. That was always the case when I was playing. But yeah, it started in 1980-81 catalogue with the silver Porsche, and then following season, same casting, went green, and then, well, not even then, because I never got this catalogue. I was told it was the French version, which never made any sense to me because it's all in English, as you can see. And there is the famous mythological brown Porsche, famous to me anyway, me and my brother. There was no internet back then, obviously. There weren't even personal phones. If you wanted to go into the city and you were running a bit late, you had to go to the basement of a department store with 6 cents, 3 2-cent coins to ring mum and say, "Gonna be late today." That was the technology we had, so there were no quick reference points like Google or Siri or all the others they use these days. So when we were told the brown one existed, it was up to us to either get proof, be shown proof, or simply to disbelieve, which is kind of the way we took as young boys. But there it is, it exists. I got it about a year after I started collecting again, so I've had this one, and we'll test the turntable. The last couple of videos I've managed to get it completely out of focus, but anyway. Yeah, the brown Porsche, it took probably a year or so of returning to collecting to find it, and probably wasn't looking very hard because it had completely left my mind. And then when I realised that I could do a little bit of research and not take the word of the kid across the street, instantly I found it and paid the asking price, no questions asked. So there ended the myth of the brown Porsche for me. And this year it happened again. I saw this guy in this casting, which first of all I thought it was a new the original casting, but it's not, because there are some obvious differences. We'll go into those later. But this guy came out, and then this guy came out, which are the same castings. And then I saw on Facebook loose this one, and the heading just read colour change. And I thought, someone's taken the 2020 version and resprayed it, which happens a lot. I'm not very skillful when it comes to wielding a spray can or spray gun or whatever, but I know a lot of people are, and I see the results of it and they're mind-blowing, and I thought, well, that's what's happened. They've just pulled it apart, resprayed it, and that was the result. And then I saw one in the packet on Facebook, and I thought, this one passed Australia by, or at least passed me by, which bugged me. So therefore it became the new mythological creature in the collecting world, or my little world. And so we're going to open that one today and put him where he belongs with the other two. And it's always so nice to rip things open, so I think we'll open one of each of those just for the hell of it. And I'm wondering how we'll go, because I don't want to open that one, but it's probably going to happen, because that's the Hot Wheels buddy in the premium range Porsche. And there's a few that don't need to be opened, like those ones, because we have those ones, but I will open the Tomica. So let's get started. That's there. Put the prize Porsche in the background with his two buddies. So, unboxing mythological creatures. And there's probably some of you watching this that think, I've got 10 of those, what's he talking about? But I have one, and I paid 3 times the amount for it, and was quite happy to do so, because now I have the 3. Magic. We'll put him up on the turntable because I'm so pleased with him. And hopefully I get the turntable in focus this time. Should be right that way. Get it all symmetrical. Magic. I'll open those doors. This casting has had mixed reviews on the Facebook community, but I absolutely love it. When it first came out, it was either this year or last year, I can't remember now, maybe it was last year already, the blue one. I bought a bunch of them. I was over the moon with it. It looked like that door didn't close properly, but it does. Well, maybe it doesn't. See, that's why you have to unbox more than one. That's a bit faulty. Wow. It might have to get sold off from the car boot sale. Rejected. Right. Yeah, so it's had mixed reviews on Facebook. Some people don't like the fact that it's got a plastic spoiler, various other reasons, but I think they're great. I think they stack up really well against the old school ones. This one, of course, is from a 2-pack. I don't have the second piece of the 2-pack, which is a trailer with a glider in it, I believe. More than adequate, just stunning, love it. So, oh, and just to compare roughly, I mean, no opening parts on this Hot Wheels version, but a little bit of an unfair comparison, seeing as the Hot Wheels version is premium. It's from the Silhouette range. So you can see that. Really heavy casting, really high quality, super slick, really nice. And while we're on Hot Wheels, another one from the Silhouettes, and this one just blows me away. Stunning cars. That's the 356, and there's one in blue too. If I can get that out without trashing the clothes. This one here, and we might as well open it. These aren't cheap. This is Toy World, which is known for being a little more expensive than anywhere else, but $7.99 Australian. See if I can. Oh, did it. Should be getting good at it. I destroy enough packaging to be a master at it, but oh wow. Lovely wheels, brilliant colour, goes well with its stablemate. Wow, lots of detail. But essentially I'm a Matchbox car collector, so we'll stick to Matchbox as much as we can. That's so nice. So they can go over there. And the camera can come over here. So Majorette, we've got the colour changes one, and we've got the premium one, I think, and we've got some, although not that cheap, cheaper ones. I've got this unboxed somewhere else, I think. And this is a nice colour. This is the 911 Gt3 Rs. I think Chasing Diecast Cars unboxed that one, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll do a little bit different and unbox this one. This one comes with a collector's card. I can't remember what temperatures they change at, and I think it's 22 degrees and 10 degrees. But today it's a rainy old day outside, but it's still about 22, 23 degrees here. Spring rain. So I'll have to put this in the fridge at some point to see what it does. It's nice. Majorette love their suspension, and they do always a great job of the doors, although these ones don't open very much, and different distance left to right. That's unusual. I'd have to open this one too to show off the Majorette doors. Comes with its own little box, which is always good. Put them on the turntable. Wow. Yes, that's a better comparison. And the doors are perfect. Wow. always tempted to put the camera very close to the turntable to get a really good look, but I'll resist the temptation for the sake of the focus. And again, not a really fair comparison because of the price difference. Although, what were they? Oh, the price wasn't on this one, I think. They might actually be roughly the same price here in Australia, about $8. So in that case it is fair to compare. The scale looks slightly off. The Majorette looks a little bit bigger than Matchbox. There is a lot of detail on that Majorette one, a lot of detail, and it has better suspension. It has sort of not really any suspension, but this, lovely, nice green colour as well. Much higher level of detail. It's a really nice car. And of course, Tomica. This is one of the many I picked up in Tokyo last November, almost a year ago. Can't believe that. I was there for my birthday in Tokyo, as I wanted to be, and this November I'll be at home, but next November hopefully going back to New Zealand for a holiday and see what second-hand die-cast cars I come home with. Probably very many, so I better start saving now. Tomica come with this extremely useful leaflet if you speak Japanese. Obviously they don't bother putting this leaflet in the product if it's headed for Australian or any other market. But oops, that wasn't sealed. It's a surprise. Oh, that's cute. Nothing opens on this one. A little bit wobbly on the suspension. A little bit lopsided. It's light, but I wonder if that's plastic. That feels plastic. A lot of detail. That's not perfect. Let's get them on the turntable. It looks more realistic than the other two. It looks like something you would see out on a Targa rally or a historic race day, as does that, but I think the less flashy the better. It's a nice casting, but a little bit off on the suspension and the wheels. And very light. I'm surprised that it's that light, being Tomica Premium. But that's cute. I won't reject it like I did the blue Matchbox one with the door that didn't close properly. Clearly doesn't fit with the old school Matchbox. That's okay. Well, if you want to go really old school, of course there is this one here. Let's see if I can get the page in the catalogue I was looking at earlier. This is from 1973 US edition. Where did I find it? There it is. Porsche 910. You see on YouTube where you have a look at your channel analytics, and it comes up with the watch time in hours, and this particular catalogue, this particular year, not this actual catalogue, was probably viewed by me as a kid for hundreds of hours, especially leading up to birthdays and Christmas. This is the actual one, 25 cents. I bought it from a bicycle shop, and it's really well worn. Pages are kind of falling out. Nothing circled though, I wasn't a scribbler. There is a tick there, I'm not happy about that. I do have obviously the mint version, but very well thumbed catalogue. Oh yes, these are the ones I had when I was a kid. And I would nag mum and point to pictures constantly leading up to Christmas and my birthday, which was the only time we got these cars, so you cherished them when you got them. Back to the turntable. So yeah, I'm not sure if that was brought out before or after 1973, but it's definitely the 1973 catalogue. They usually kept them hanging around for a few years, change the colour like they do now. Nothing really changes. What have we missed? Of course, we've got the 928, which are the massive doors, and in the best colour, the blue. And this one was kind of a mythological creature. Recently, Porsche for me has given me a lot of anguish over the last few years, because I see the one I really want and it's not the one I have, so I have to go out and pay silly amounts at eBay auctions for them to get them. This is another example of that happening. A lady in the eastern states of Australia had shut down a toy shop, and she put all the stock into storage for many years and realised she wanted to get rid of all that old stock, and the two green ones were part of that sell-off, and I bought as many as she was selling and wound up with these two Porsches at least, among many other cars. But because I bought in such bulk, it worked out to $1.17 Australian each for these two. And then I looked up on the internet, didn't have to ask a friend, and found that there was a nice red one as well. And the only one available at the time was on an eBay auction, and the price was going up and up and up, and I thought, oh, maybe it's rare, maybe that's why the price is so high compared to the green one, which is not true. They're not rare, they're just, you get hooked into an auction, and that was obviously what I was seeing happen with other people. But I fell into the sinkhole of thinking that there was something more to this car than there is, and so I can't remember quite how much I had to go to get it, but get it I did. So I paid, I'm trying to remember, maybe $30 for it, plus $9 postage. So you compare the pair, $1.17, and what wound up to be about $40 for essentially the same car. But you live and learn. That was in the early days of collecting, and maybe I fell into the trap of the mythological creature syndrome. But it's all part of the experience, and we haven't touched much on Matchbox's new stuff, mainly because they don't really do it for me. Even in real life, the new Porsche doesn't really do it for me. Four-door Porsche, why? Not really. Oh, did we show this? This is another Majorette. I suppose it goes with this one here. And I think we showed this, maybe not. This is another Hot Wheels Porsche. Again, premium, very heavy, metal base. Good amount of detail. Very nice. That's about it for today. That's about it for today. So if you like this video, please subscribe and click the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.